think the thoughts of our champion, Jesus Christ. He says that we are more than conquerors.
A church that fills a 16,800-seat arena. A reported 45,000 people attend every single week. A former NBA stadium turned into one of the largest churches in America. From the outside, Lakewood Church looks untouchable. Massive screens, national broadcasts, best-selling books. A brand built on hope, growth, and success. But scale does not protect reputation, because when an institution becomes this large, every leadership decision carries weight. Every public moment leaves a record, and standing beside Joel Osteen is someone whose role is often described as equal, yet examined far less. Victoria Osteen holds the title of co-pastor. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Her name appears on official documents. She preaches, she leads ministries, she represents the brand. But over the years, official records, court filings, and viral clips have raised a quiet question. Not whether Lakewood is large, not whether it is influential, but whether its secondary face has become its biggest public risk. Because when the receipts start stacking, the story changes. In this story begins long before the headlines. The story of Lakewood Church did not begin in an arena. It began in 1959 when Joel Osteen opened the doors to a small church in Houston. Music, at the time, it was modest. A local congregation shaped by the Word of Faith movement. Growth came slowly but steadily. Over 4 decades, the church expanded, building a loyal base. Then in 1999, everything changed. After John's death, his son, Joel Osteen, stepped into leadership. He had rarely preached before, but his style was different. Simple messages, broad appeal, and strong media presence. Within a few years, the church secured a long-term lease on Houston's former Compaq Center. The renovation cost more than $80 million. Seating capacity, 16,800. By the mid-2000s, Lakewood reported weekly attendance of around 45,000 across multiple services. It became one of the largest single-campus churches in the United States. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Television broadcasts expanded globally. Book sales climbed. Influence grew. An empire had formed, and as the platform expanded, so did the number of eyes watching it. As Lakewood expanded, leadership became part of the brand. The official materials list Victoria Osteen as co-pastor alongside Joel Osteen. Her name appears on the church website, in press releases, and on broadcast schedules. She preaches regularly. She leads the women's ministry. On paper, the authority is shared, but in public perception, the spotlight is not. Joel's face dominates book covers, billboards, and national interviews. He is the primary voice of the brand. Victoria stands beside him, visible but rarely framed as the central figure. This creates a quiet tension. When leadership is shared but branding centers on one person, accountability can feel uneven. Praise flows upward. Scrutiny can shift sideways. Supporters see unity. Critics see imbalance. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as Lakewood's platform grew, so did the importance of optics. Because in an organization this large, perception shapes credibility. And when controversy arrives, the question becomes clear. Who carries the weight when the image begins to crack? In December 2005, a flight from Houston to Colorado became the first major headline involving Victoria Osteen. According to official reports, she was seated in first class with her family when a dispute began over a spill on her armrest. The disagreement involved a flight attendant. The plane returned to the gate. The departure was delayed for more than 2 hours. The Federal Aviation Administration later fined Victoria $1,000 for interfering with a crew member. She paid the fine, but that was not the end. The flight attendant filed a civil lawsuit seeking more than $400,000 in damages, alleging emotional distress. The case went to trial in Houston in 2008. After testimony from both sides, a jury deliberated for less than 3 hours. Their verdict: Victoria Osteen was not liable for assault. No damages were awarded. Honest supporters pointed to the verdict as proof of exaggeration. Critics focused on the fine and the optics. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Legally Cleared, publicly debated. And for the first time, Lakewood's co-pastor was tied to a national controversy. The receipts had started. In 2014, a sermon delivered by Victoria Osteen began circulating online. During the message, she told the congregation that when people obey God, they are not doing it for God. They are doing it for themselves because that makes God happy. Within days, a short clip spread across social media. Stripped of the full sermon context, the line triggered backlash. Critics called it self-centered theology. Some labeled it proof that Lakewood blurred the line between faith and personal success. Supporters pushed back. They argued the full sermon focused on joy and growth. They said the clip removed the surrounding explanation. No lawsuit followed. No fine was issued. But something else happened. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. The moment became permanent. The clip resurfaced whenever Lakewood faced criticism. It became a digital receipt, short, shareable, and easy to repeat. In the age of viral media, perception can move faster than clarification. And even when explanations are offered, the first impression often sticks. The damage to trust does not always come from courtrooms. Sometimes it comes from 30 seconds of video. In 2010, Joel and Victoria purchased a $10.5 million home in Houston's River Oaks neighborhood. Local media reported the purchase widely. Supporters noted book royalties and speaking fees financed the property. Critics questioned the optics, a lavish home tied to a church preaching prosperity and humility. The scrutiny intensified a decade later. In 2020, during the COVID-19 pandemic, Lakewood Church received a $4.4 million Paycheck Protection Program loan to cover payroll for more than 350 employees, while in-person services were paused. Public backlash followed. Headlines questioned why a megachurch needed federal aid. Within months, the church repaid the full amount, and there was more. Years earlier, in 2014, nearly $200,000 in cash and checks was discovered inside a church wall during facility repairs. Official statements described it as recovered from a prior theft, but critics added it to the growing list of receipts documenting financial opacity. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. For a church of Lakewood's scale, I know every dollar matters, and every dollar is now part of the public record. The question remained, can trust survive when finances become a story in themselves? In August 2017, Hurricane Harvey devastated Houston. Floodwaters engulfed neighborhoods. Thousands of families needed shelter. Lakewood Church became a lightning rod. Critics accused leadership of keeping doors closed while the city struggled. Officials later confirmed the church coordinated with emergency management and opened on August 28th, once conditions were deemed safe. Fact checks by Reuters and local outlets verified the timeline. Still, public outrage lingered, amplified online. Perception had already taken hold. Years later, another crisis tested leadership visibility. On February 11, 2024, gunfire erupted inside Lakewood Church. A woman entered the building with her young son, shooting in a nursery hallway. 2 people were wounded, a 7-year-old boy and a 47-year-old man. Off-duty officers assigned to church security intervened within seconds, fatally shooting the suspect. Joel Osteen addressed the congregation, offering words of comfort and gratitude to law enforcement. Victoria Osteen, meanwhile, had limited public presence during the incident. Critics questioned co-pastoral visibility and crisis leadership. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Even an institution this massive is only as resilient as the public perceives it to be. By 2024, Lakewood Church had paid off its $100 million renovation loan in full, a milestone of faith and financial discipline. Supporters hailed it as proof of stewardship and commitment. Critics saw a corporate powerhouse, a sprawling institution where optics and leadership decisions dominate the narrative as much as sermons. From viral sermon clips to financial scrutiny, from mansion purchases to pandemic loans, the receipts kept accumulating. Each incident, while distinct, became part of a broader story, a pattern shaping public perception. Victoria Osteen's role as co-pastor remains central yet contested. On paper, she shares authority. In the public eye, the spotlight often favors Joel. Every misstep, every delay, and every headline feeds the ongoing tension between leadership image and institutional trust. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. The church is massive. Its influence is undeniable. Its congregation is devoted. But in an era where digital records never fade, and where headlines travel faster than clarifications, where trust is rebuilt slower than it is broken. One question persists. What does your faith trust? And more importantly, how long can an institution this visible survive when the secondary face of leadership carries a pattern of scrutiny that refuses to disappear?